So when you think of AI, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of us, it's probably a chatbot, right? But that's really just scratching the surface. The real AI revolution isn't about building better chatbots to answer our questions. It's about wiring that intelligence deep into the tools we use every single day, turning them into partners that don't just respond to you, but actually think with you.
I mean, just think about your web browser. For decades, it's basically been a passive window to the internet. But what if that changed? What if it stopped being just a window and became more like a co-pilot for your entire digital life? Imagine if it actually knew what you needed, maybe even before you did.
And look, this isn't some far-off hypothetical. Google just rolled out what they're calling the biggest upgrade in Chrome's history. They are literally rebuilding the world's most popular browser from the ground up by wiring their Gemini AI model directly into its core.
What we're seeing here is a fundamental shift in philosophy. We're moving away from a passive tool that just shows you websites to an active assistant that actually understands them. It's not just about you finding information anymore. It's about the browser actively helping you get things done, and maybe just as importantly, helping to keep you safer while you do it.
And hey, this isn't just some marketing hype. Baratab, one of the VPs at Chrome, put it really bluntly. He said this is fundamentally changing the nature of browsing. This is a total reinvention of a tool that millions of us use every single day.
So, okay, what does a smarter browser actually do? Well, it means giving it a whole new set of skills that go way, way beyond just loading web pages.
This new Gemini integration gives Chrome some pretty incredible new superpowers. It starts to learn your habits to predict what you might need. It can understand and connect information across all your open tabs. It even integrates with your calendar and maps. But the biggest leap, the real game changer, is something they're calling agentic browsing, where the browser can actually perform complex, multi-step tasks for you, all in the background.
Okay, but here's the huge catch. If you're going to trust an AI with all these new powers, it has to be absolutely rock-solid reliable. It can't be flaky or inconsistent. And that exposes a massive problem right at the heart of how most of today's AIs are built.
So before we can really let an AI co-pilot take the wheel, we have to figure out how to tame its often unpredictable, kind of random-seeming brain. We have to solve this core problem of AI inconsistency.
You've definitely seen this, right? You ask an AI the same exact question twice, and you get two totally different answers. Now, for just messing around, that's fine. But if you're trying to do serious science or get a complex task done, that kind of inconsistency is a total deal breaker. So what on earth is causing it?
The culprit isn't some messy hardware or random creativity, it's actually a process called batching. See, to be efficient, AI servers have to group thousands of user prompts together. But it turns out the size of that group slightly changes the internal math, which causes the final answer to drift a little. It's not creativity, it's just a weird side effect of a system that's built for raw speed.
Here's a simple way to think about it. Your prompt might arrive at the server and get batched with 10 other requests. The next day, your exact same prompt gets batched with 50 others. That tiny difference in the starting conditions cascades through all the calculations, and boom, you get a different output. To the server, it's totally predictable, but from your end, it feels completely random. But here is the cool part. Researchers have actually fixed this. By rewriting the AI's core code, they can force it to take the same calculation path every single time, and the results are just staggering. A standard AI gave 80 different answers to the same prompt. The new deterministic version, it gave the exact same answer 1,000 times in a row. Perfect consistency.
And this is where things get really, really exciting. Because once you can guarantee a consistent, predictable answer every time, you can stop treating AI like a clever toy and start trusting it with some truly monumental challenges.
This level of reliability completely transforms AI. It stops being just a simple tool and starts becoming something more like a true teammate, especially in fields like cutting-edge science, where being able to reproduce your results is everything.
Take LIGO, for instance. This is one of the most precise instruments humanity has ever built. Its whole job is to detect gravitational waves, actual ripples in the fabric of space-time. It is so sensitive, it can measure distortions smaller than the width of a single proton. It's just mind-boggling.
So after decades of the brightest human minds perfecting this design, a group of physicists asked a pretty wild question. Could an AI do it better? They basically gave it a virtual sandbox full of parts, mirrors, lasers, beam splitters, and told it,
Go find a better design for LIGO.
And the result? The AI found a tweak. A small change to the layout that could have made the entire experiment 10 to 15% more sensitive. Now, in a world of subproton measurements, that is a massive, almost unthinkable leap forward.
But here's the truly wild part. The AI's solutions looked nothing like a human design. They were described as insane and totally alien. They were bizarre and asymmetrical, totally lacking the kind of elegant symmetry that human engineers just instinctively look for.
The scientists themselves admitted that their first reaction was to just dismiss the designs as total nonsense. But the math worked. The AI had rediscovered a complex way to reduce quantum noise, a principle that thousands of scientists had missed over the years. The AI just found it.
And this isn't some one-off fluke. AIs are inventing new, more efficient quantum experiments. They're rediscovering the fundamental laws of physics just by looking at raw data from particle colliders. They're even generating brand new formulas for how dark matter clumps together. It's already becoming a creative partner in discovery.
Which brings us to this final, huge question. We're watching AI become a true collaborator, finding these critical insights that have eluded even our brightest minds. So, is AI just science's incredible new partner? Or are we starting to enter an era where scientific discovery no longer belongs only to us?